horror nerds, I'm so excited to show you what is right here. Now this is a second DVD haul that I've picked up. All of my movies basically come from Cinema One. It is pretty much one of the last stores standing to get DVDs. I used to get my DVDs at Blockbuster, and then Blockbuster went under, which was a really sad day. And then HMV, when HMV was around, they had some really good deals, and then they went under. And then now I guess basically the newest HMV is called Sunshine Records, and I mean, so they're okay, but I get all of my DVDs from Cinema One, especially the imports that you can't get, which is strictly from the States. So here's what I picked up. So like I said, everything in my collection is strictly DVDs. The only time I picked up that had to do with Blu-ray was for the Resident Evil movies that I bought. So the ones with Mila Jovovich, and then the animation ones. So here we go. So this is Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. So if you guys haven't seen, if you guys played the games, I hope you guys played the games, because the game series is fucking phenomenal. Like, I'm just gonna put it at that. Now most people said, oh, animation. No, the animation films is actually really fucking cool. Like the CGI, the effects, like all of your like famous monsters that you thoroughly enjoy in the games are basically like in these movies. And the ones that they have is Degeneration, Damnation, Vendetta. Vendetta has Chris Redfield and Chris Redfield and Leon S. Kennedy. And then Degeneration has Claire Redfield and Leon S. Kennedy. And then Damnation has just Leon. And then, Leon and Ada. And then Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. So this came on Netflix, actually. And it was like a mini series. I think there was like 5 episodes or 4 episodes. And I was sad that it ended. But I think they're coming out with like a second season. But these are the protagonists, is Leon S. Kennedy and Claire Redfield. So if you guys know them, they're from like, they're the second set of survivors in Resident Evil 2 back on the PlayStation. So this sets between Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5. So I think it was back in 2006 with the White House incident. But I can't remember like exactly what happens, because it's been a minute since I seen it. But it was really well done. And what was I gonna say? The zombies were really scary in this, and it's really cool. Like, it's just cool, like, because when you're playing as the characters on like in a video game and like listening to the storyline, but this is an actual movie. Like there's no like, you know, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. I'm just a loss for words. It's an obsession. Okay, let's just put it that way. So this is actually a really good film. Now, talking about the Terrifier, speaking of that, so the Terrifier. So I didn't know this, but there was actually a sequel, the first movie before they introduced Art the Clown. So it's called All Hallows Eve. And I kind of started getting into it, but I couldn't get into it because it was kind of stupid. But then when I heard about this film, and I don't know where I heard about it, but I heard it was so freaking like twisted. Like, it was so fucked up. Like, I was like, holy shit, whoever wrote this is like needs to be locked up, because what they did, it was just wild. So it's basically about this guy, Art the Clown. He's just complete mime. He doesn't say shit. And he's just funny. The stuff that he does is hilarious. Like, he'll start like honking the horn when like he's killing you and stuff like that. And he'll kill you in the most fucked up ways. Like, this guy will kill you with a scalpel. And it's been a minute since I've seen this one, but I think the one was when he hooked the girl upside down in, I think it was a car garage, and then he fucking sawed her in half. I don't know if it was with a chainsaw or if it was one of those bone saws, and he sawed her from the vagina down, and it was just, the sound effects were just fucking bar none. Like, it was just off the charts realistic. Like, the amount of blood and guts was disgusting. And then when he I think he pulled her apart, or he it halved her in half. I can't remember, but all I know is he's a sick motherfucker. But it's just the shit that he does is like, it's so funny. And then when they came out with the sequel, I was really excited to see the sequel. Now that the second one is disgusting. Like, there was it went to theaters in the States, so I didn't get to see it in theaters. But basically, the reviews on it were people were so sick to their stomach that they were throwing up, and it was so intense that people were passing out. And then I'm like, oh, like, it can't be that bad, because like, I'm a huge horror fan, right? I've seen some sick shit. Okay, like, I've seen The Collector. Have you guys seen The Collector? Like, that's an import. You can't get that anywhere, and they banned it from Canada because it's that bad. So So basically I watched it. I'm like, oh, it can't be that bad. So I'm sitting there watching it, and the one scene that when he was like killing the girl, like he took a scalpel to her eyeball, sawed it in half, and then started like ripping her, like cutting around her scalp, ripped her whole scalp off, broke her freaking arm. Like, it was just disgusting. Then dumped salt into her wounds, and then he just did some wild shit. Like, that made my stomach so squeamish to the point where I told Brandon, I'm like, dude, can we just turn this off? Like, I'm gonna be sick. Like, it was disgusting. Like, you were just begging for her just to like shoot her in the head, her like just for you to shoot her, so she'd just be out of her misery, because she was still alive after everything he did to her. It was fucking disgusting. Like, he mutilated her in like 50 ways from Sunday. Like, it was disgusting. So like, and then when you watch like the rest of like the film, like, it just got like the kills were just like more fucked up as it went. And like, trust me, when there was blood, there was blood. Like when you think Saw has nothing against this. Like, this beat Saw, like the amount of fucked up shit that they did. It was just wild. Like, the writer, props to the guy, man, but he needs to be locked up, because like it's whew, off the charts.
Did it make any money?
Oh, it made a lot of money. I can't remember how much the box office was or how much the budget was. I think the budget was tiny versus how much it made in the box office, but I think it went for about a week in the box office, and then like you could like watch it elsewhere, but like that was just disgusting. So when I did pre-order the second one, so they are unfortunately waiting for it because it is an import, so it's going to take a bit to get here. So you'll see the second one. And then Clerks 3. So I'm a huge fan of Kevin Smith. I don't mind his movies. Some movies I don't like. Some movies are okay. But I'm a huge fan of the Clerks films because it has Jay and Silent Bob, as well as I do like the Jay and Silent Bob films. I think the second one, in my personal opinion, tanked. I don't think it was as funny as like the first one. But for this one, as the third one, this one was actually really good. It was really sad. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was actually really good. So he did this. So that's the last one.
I don't know that one.
Clerks 3? Yeah, he did. He wrote Clerks 3 and then Jay and Silent Bob 2, because remember when he was about to die, because Kevin Smith had a heart attack and he was actually close to be wiped out off of the earth, like completely. Like, the buddy boy was about to die.
So this isn't the donkey one. That's number 2.
No, that's Clerks 2. This is the third one.
Seen the third.
No,
I didn't know there was another one. Oh, okay. I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, so he wrote Clerks 3, and then he wrote Jay and Silent Bob 2, like after like everything after him, like, you know, almost dying and stuff like that. So just think about it. Like, if Buddy Boy would have died, we wouldn't have got to see like any of these masterpieces afterwards. So it's actually really cool that it got made finally.
So it's in movies too? Is it movies?
Movies?
Is it filmed in that? Like that?
No, they didn't bring any movies. It's just the quick stop, basically, and then I think they do show you the movies. There is a movies in there, I think, but it's just really cool. I like how the fact that he actually created something that's in his movies and then actually built a movies like actual like in real life, and then you can actually go and enjoy like the burgers and stuff. And then they had like pop-up shops around Hamilton, and then I ended up trying I think it was called the cow tipperon, or the cow tipperon, and then the pickle fucker fries, or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
that shit was funny. But yes, let's get back into this. So this is the next one that I picked up. I am a huge fan of the Vampire Diaries. I'm a huge fan of the originals. So this is the sequel to the originals. So this mainly focuses on Hope Michelson and was it Josie and Lizzie, who plays the Saltzman twins. So they get introduced into the Vampire Diaries. So this is the last fourth and final season. I was actually really sad that it ended, and obviously the writer Julie Plec, there's no happy endings that she writes for any of these shows. Like, obviously if you watch the Vampire Diaries, you know who dies. Obviously if you watch the originals, you know who dies. And then I haven't finished it. Like, I can't remember why I stopped it. I don't know if it got boring, but I think I stopped on season 3, and I do have season 3 downstairs, so I will watch it. And then I'm going to go back and watch this to like finish it out. But she's the hybrid. So if you don't know what hybrid is, she's like half vampire, half witch, and half werewolf. No, vampire, witch, werewolf. Yeah. And so she becomes like the tribrid. She's like the strongest of them all. And it's nice that they introduce like the original characters, like Rebecca Michelson. She comes back in some of these. And then Freya, she comes back. And it's like nice to see some of the like original characters come back. But yeah, it's not the same now. And it's sad because like now I have nothing to watch. So there's that. And then this one that I picked up, this one was actually really good. So this is the Black Phone. I think this has to do with like a book. I'm pretty sure it has to do with a book that was like a bestseller book. Yeah, so when I saw this in theaters, I was like, I don't know, I'm into kidnapping movies. I'm sorry guys, like I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm into kidnapping movies, like The Call with Halle Berry, like there's like another one, and like I'm into kidnapping movies. They just fascinate me. So like when I saw this, it was like, oh shit. And then like it's really scary. So like it's not really scary, but it's like really scary because like, you know, this shit happens today. Like it may not happen like frequently like on the news, but it is out there that people like just randomly kidnap kids for funsies and like, you know, whatever the fuck they do. But yeah, so Ethan Hawke, he really did a really good job on in this film, playing like, what is it, the bad Mr. Naughty or bad guy, I don't know. That was really good. He did a really good job in that. And then these ones are the 9th and 10th season of The Walking Dead. So the 11th season just ended, so when that gets released on DVD, I will buy it when it comes out. I stopped watching The Walking Dead for like the longest time because it got fucking boring. When they started killing, like honestly, when they started killing the characters off that you were really rooting for, and then you're just like, and then when they sent Rick away, which I understood because he wanted to like be with his family because he's been doing it since like when his newborn was born and he didn't get to spend much time, so he wanted to take a break. And it's nice that they're doing like the sequels, which is like Rick and Michonne and then Daryl, and then you have Maggie and Negan, their own sequels. And then it got stupid because like everybody's rooting for like Negan to die, and then when they saved him, and then they kind of turned his character more of like a pussy whipped character because like he was such badass in the shit that he said. And it's just, it got stupid. And then like, I don't know, it lost me. So like it's one of those things where I'm gonna have to like, when I want to veg out, I'll like kind of like just watch it on my own time and like just see how it ends, I guess. I mean, I did spoil it for myself. I know who dies, but it's whatever. So it is what it is. So I mean, of course, like if I've already previously bought these DVDs, I have to complete the collection. It's just it's I guess you say it's my OCD, but you just like, you can't just like have like 6 seasons and then just not finish it, right? So that's the last, almost the last 2. And then last but not least, we have Smile. So I saw this movie in theaters. I did see the trailer for it. It was actually really creepy and good. And I missed like a really good scary like movie. And then when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, like fuck yeah, like I really want to go see it. So I remember pre-ordering my tickets and we got in and we saw it. And it was really fucked up. Like the first kill, when she like slits her throat from like ear to ear, that was, and while she's smiling at you, and it was like fucking disgusting. And like it was like horrifying because like they didn't like, you know, take it away, they didn't like, you know, like remove the camera, they just showed you from ear to ear. And then like it was just like sick and twisted. So basically the moral of the story is like if you see someone die by suicide, then this like dynamic thing goes into you and then starts like trying to like fuck with you and possess you or something like that. And then like it's like traumatizing. So you traumatize this person and the next person gets traumatized, then like this demon thing gets to like live on, and it does. So this is actually really good. So that's it. So that's my haul. I'm still, like I said, waiting for Halloween Ends to add to my collection, to complete my Myers collection, and then when Terrifier 2 comes out. So leave a like, leave a comment, and tell me which is your favorite out of these movies. Ciao for now.